Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'm going to bring you guys my April 2019 Blu-ray and DVD collection update. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you enjoy the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So if you guys haven't seen one of these videos before, I'm going to talk about everything I got in April of 2019. First, we'll start with everything that was sent to me for review, and I like to order these by which studio sent the most titles and just kind of go through them. If you guys want to know more about any of these titles, just be sure to search for them on my channel. I'll try to let you guys know which ones I've made videos on and which ones I haven't. So let's get into this one, guys. It was a great April as far as screeners. I got a ton of stuff. I think more than I purchased, which I'm not sure if I've had that before or not. Numbers on the channel were down a little bit for the month, but try not to let that bother me too much. So first up, we have Lionsgate. I got The Witch on 4K. Now this one did release a few years ago on Blu-ray, but I did pick it up, but I had never watched it, so I got to check this one out, and I did post an unboxing and review of this one. This was about this family in the 1600s. They get kind of kicked out of the community, and they have to go live out on their own, and they build a house, and something seems to be cursing their farm, and there is a witch. This was kind of interesting, a little bit slow, a little interesting how they did kind of the colors to make it seem kind of, just to me it felt cold. You know, they did a real muted dark colors. Somebody asked me about the 4K. I'll admit I didn't watch the 4K version on this one, but to me everything's dark, muted colors. I wouldn't think like the 4K would necessarily look a lot better. The only thing I think maybe is on the dark scenes, maybe you get a little better contrast or something. But I do feel like this one's worth checking out, guys. Also from Lionsgate, I got Replicas. This is the new Keanu Reeves movie where he is a scientist who is trying to take recently deceased bodies and transfer their consciousness to robot or artificial minds. I did post an unboxing and review of this one. So he ends up getting into an accident and his whole family gets killed, and he has this idea that he's going to transfer them all into not robots but clones. And he has to kind of try to keep it all a secret and not let anybody know that they died, and he has to make the clones and perfect transferring their minds over. And I thought this one was really interesting. I definitely enjoyed this one. CGI was kind of bad though. It was definitely below expectations, but otherwise I would recommend this movie. Also from Lionsgate, I got We Die Young, the new Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he plays a guy who isn't a mute, but he can't really talk, so he doesn't have a lot to say in this one. And it's more about these two kids that are, the one is in a gang and the other one wants to join the gang, and his older brother doesn't want to let him. And he's kind of like a drug runner and a cash runner and all this stuff. And he ends up having to fight and get Jean-Claude Van Damme's help so they can escape the gang life. I love this one, guys. I thought it was really cool. Definitely highly recommend this one. And I did post an unboxing and review of that one. Also from Lionsgate, we got Project Blue Book Season 1. I did post an unboxing and review of this one. Now this one was a sci-fi or sci-fact, or I don't know what you would want to call this one, supposedly based on true stories of these guys who were investigating alien sightings or UFO sightings for the government. And to me, it was real similar to the X-Files. Like, it just felt just like it. A lot of similar characters, a lot of similar things happening. But I've always been interested in these kind of alien sci-fi things. And so I definitely enjoyed this one. And I think you guys should give it a shot. Next up, also from Lionsgate again, we got Man on a Ledge 4K. Now this one, I don't even remember what year this was from. But I had never seen it before. So I decided to go ahead and check it out. In this one, Sam Worthington's character was a cop, and he was like doing some private security, and then he was accused of stealing this diamond, and he ends up going to jail for it. And then he breaks out of jail, and he's got to try to prove his innocence. And Elizabeth Banks is like this negotiator or whatever, and he's basically standing on the side of a building saying he's going to commit suicide, and she's there to talk him down. But what she doesn't know is that he's actually trying to prove his innocence. That was a cool movie. I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely worth checking out. I did post an unboxing and review of that one. And last title from Lionsgate was Dragged Across Concrete. Now, this was a long movie. It was 2.5 hours or so. Stars Vince Vaughn and Mel Gibson, where they're cops. But Mel Gibson's kind of dirty, you know. He's willing to break the rules a little bit to make some money. And they're a little rough with this guy, and they get suspended. And Mel Gibson really needs some money, so he plans on stealing it from this drug dealer or something, and then just everything goes crazy. Guys, this was a crazy movie. Highly recommended. Probably one of my favorites of the month for sure. I did post a full unboxing and review of this one, and definitely check this one out if you haven't already. Next, from Mill Creek Entertainment, I got Malibu Express and Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Now, I'll just talk about these at the same time. These are both Andy Sidaris films, and they do actually have 2 more coming in July. I'm not positive on their names, so I'm not going to even try to say them. But these were kind of these action, over-the-top action movies, you know, with lots of muscles and women with very little to no clothing, drug dealers, gun shooting, just kind of all this really crazy over-the-top stuff. I did post unboxings and reviews of both of these. I think out of the 2, I definitely enjoyed the Hard Ticket to Hawaii more. I'm not sure if Hard Ticket to Hawaii is the sequel to Malibu Express. I'm not sure on that one. And I'm blanking a little bit on what this one was about. I know this guy here, he was like a private eye, and he was trying to find something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then in this one, there's these kind of drug enforcement agents in Hawaii, and they accidentally come upon these diamonds, and the drug dealer wants them back, and they kind of got to fight him and everything. You know, these are both decent movies, but, you know, they are what they are. I also got Songwriter. Now, this one actually released in March, but I didn't get it till April, I believe. That's what happened on this one. And this one stars Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson. Now, I do have an unboxing and review of this. I'm not sure if it'll be up when this video goes up. I think it should be, but I'm not positive. And basically what it is they're both singer-songwriters, and Willie Nelson kind of quits the game of touring while Chris Christopherson keeps touring, and then he ends up getting in this bad deal, and he can't get out of the deal, and so he's got to kind of come up with these ways to make money. I like this movie, guys. It was a lot of country music. If you guys are into country music, you probably really like it, but I'm not really into country music, so to me, it was kind of like those parts I didn't like so much, and it's a large portion of the movie, but I did like the story and the acting and the idea of the movie. I just wish that almost every other scene wasn't a song being sung by one of the stars. And the last thing I got from Mill Creek Entertainment was the Big C, the complete series. Now, I'm still working on this one, guys, but it's about this woman who finds out she has cancer, and it seems like she has about a year to maybe 2 to live, but she doesn't really necessarily take it like you might think. She doesn't want to tell anybody about it. She just kind of starts acting really weird, and, you know, she's kind of happy all the time, but I think she's just kind of masking what her true feelings are, and she just starts doing all these really crazy impulsive things, and like she kicks her husband out, and he doesn't know what's going on, and you could tell she wants to tell him, but she doesn't. And at least so far, I'm assuming at some point she tells him, but so far in the series she hasn't told him, and she just kind of just does all these really silly, crazy things, and she just kind of, she's like got this like F it attitude, you know, I'm gonna die, who cares now what people think of me. Definitely enjoying this one. I think I'd probably give this one about a 7.5 or so rating. Definitely worth checking out. Now, from Wild Eye Releasing, I got Virus of the Dead. Now, this movie to me wasn't really a movie. It's hard to describe exactly what it is. It's a bunch of clips just put together in no real kind of story or meaning or anything, and it's just people, you know, that recorded these clips about zombies. So it'd be like somebody in their family was a zombie, or they're hiding from zombies, or they got to kill zombies or something. And I don't even know how many there were, 20 or 30. I don't even know. And a couple of them, you know, they have multiple clips, so you'd see the same people a couple times. But other than that, it was just all these random clips, and there's no story. I mean, the clips themselves are fine. Like, I would not be disappointed in those, but I would have liked some sort of story to this one. I did post an unboxing and review of this. I gave it an average rating because, you know, it's okay, but there's just no story. Next up from Wild Eye Releasing is Rust. Now, I did post an unboxing and review of this one. This was about these teenagers who go out to this old haunted house in the middle of nowhere, and it kind of got abandoned because the kid of the owner or something like that, he was killing people and then leaving their bodies there as part of the haunted house, and nobody ever found him, and he's still there, and they go there and he's got to try to kill them all. Yeah, this movie was okay. To me, it was kind of had some weird stuff where the one girl ends up getting taken back to the hospital, and then they got to go back to the haunted house to try to find the other girl. And the haunted house just, you know, they turned it on and everything, but it just seemed like it was only really a factor in the movie for a few seconds. And then otherwise, it was almost just like an abandoned warehouse. And, you know, this one was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. I did like the killer. He was kind of cool with his costume and everything. Next up is Area of Conflict. I do have an unboxing interview of this one as well. Should hopefully be up before this video, but I'm not sure. If not, be sure to watch for that soon. So this this movie, to me, you know, it's this kind of army thing where these guys get sent out to some foreign area and they got to do something. I wasn't even sure what they were doing. And it's just so generic. Like, they tried so hard to not make a statement on anything. Like, they were just so afraid of offending anyone, they couldn't make a statement. Look at the name alone, Area of Conflict. Yeah, it's just super generic. And I would give this, yeah, a below average rating on this one. Jake Busey is hardly in it, and he really doesn't put in much effort in his performance. And to me too, it was even confusing. It seemed like what the movie was about kept changing. Yeah, last thing from Wild Eye Releasing is Dark Sister. Now, I kind of had some high hopes about this, and I have to say I was disappointed. I'm not going to post an unboxing review of this. This will be my review. So I almost pretty much at no point understood what was going on in this movie. This girl is an artist, and she keeps having these dreams or visions or something of people getting killed. And then when she wakes up, she draws them or paints them or whatever. And then this guy like shows her these pictures of the people, but I don't even understand who that guy was or where he came from. I think he was a cop, but I didn't understand like how he got the pictures or he saw the paintings. I don't know what was going on. And so basically, you start to realize that either she's having some sort of connection with the killer, either she's controlling the killer, or she is the killer, or the killer has some sort of connection with her. And they did have some really crazy out there explanation. And by the end of this movie, I was done. It was pretty boring. I never at any point understood what was going on. I did like the music was really cool on this for the most part. I did like a lot of the music, and they did a lot of like lighting with colored lights and stuff. It looked really cool, had a really cool effect and a really cool atmosphere. I just wish the story had been something I could understand. All right, next up from Dark Sky Films, I got Level 16. Now, this was a really enjoyable movie. I've watched it twice now. These girls at some point are taken kind of like orphans into this kind of warehouse thing, and they're raised to be obedient. And I kept trying to come up with that in the review. I just couldn't think of the word, but they're raised to be obedient, and they're promised one day they will be adopted, and they're kind of just training for their adoption. But you kind of realize pretty quickly there's something really weird going on here, something sinister, and it's kind of cool just to try to figure out what it is. I definitely enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun, guys. I did post a full unboxing and review of that. Definitely check that one out. Next up, also from Dark Sky Films, is Mega Time Squad. This is a fun movie about this guy who maybe not be the smartest guy, but he's sent to steal some money, and then he decides to keep it for himself, and then his boss finds out, and then he goes to kill him, but he has this like bracelet he finds, and he can control like 2 minutes of time or something. I can't remember what it is. And so it ends up creating like these duplicates of him, and him and his duplicates have to get the money and save the girl. And it's kind of a funny action sci-fi thing, and I thought it was cool. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. Definitely check that one out as well. Now this one is actually from MPI Media Group, which I believe is like the same company, but it's not under the Dark Sky Films label. And this was a documentary. It was about Dan Curtis, and it covers some of the other stuff he did, but mainly it covered Dark Shadows. I thought this was really interesting. I had somebody complain, well, you never saw the show. Well, you don't have to see the show just to watch a documentary. I thought this was a cool documentary. I definitely enjoyed it. If you guys are into documentaries, probably a cool one to check out. If you guys are into Dark Shadows, definitely check that out. But I did post an unboxing and review of that as well. Now from Artsploitation Films, I got Terror 5. Now this was a movie about a couple different groups of people in this town. I can't remember what they all were at the moment, but one of them was like this couple checks into a motel and they're kind of filming snuff films there and they don't know about it. And there's this other group where it's like 3 or 4 women and these 2 guys, and they kind of just pick on the one guy like over and over and over while they're partying, and it kind of just makes the guy snap. I thought this was a decent movie. It wasn't great, but I did enjoy it. I did post an unboxing and review of that if you guys want to check it out. Also from Artsploitation Films, I got The Man with the Magic Box. This is another movie that I found just super confusing. It was about like the government like erased these people's memories, and he's like living in this like crappy hotel, motel, or apartment or whatever it is, and he gets this job as a janitor, and this woman there kind of takes a liking to him, but he has this like radio that like gives him these weird messages, and he's like some sort of time traveler. It was confusing. Reading the synopsis on IMDb actually helped me understand this movie a lot more than even watching it. It was an okay movie, but I just found it super confusing, but I did post an unboxing and review of that. Next up from Paramount Pictures, I got Bumblebee. I did post an unboxing and review of this one. And I did review it when I saw it in theaters, and I love this movie, guys. It was so much fun. It was a lot more like the G1 Transformers. This was more like what the original Transformers should have been. It doesn't have a ton of Transformers in it, only 4. If you're not counting the end, I think there's only 4 or 5 or in the beginning, because they're on Cybertron at the beginning, and there's a bunch there, and then at the end they kind of get some more. But like through most of the movie, it's just Bumblebee and 2 Decepticons that are after him, and this girl finds him and kind of repairs him, and it's a fun movie, guys. Definitely check that one out. Now it's kind of like a promotional item. Paramount Pictures also sent over Bumblebee on VHS. I don't know. It's kind of cool. A lot of people were super excited about this, and it was cool that I got it. And it was one of my first kind of real big press exclusives that I've gotten, so that was cool. And I did post an unboxing of this, and sadly that was really my only popular video in April, was an unboxing of the VHS. Next up from Sony Pictures, I got A Dog's Way Home. This was a fun movie. I did post an unboxing and review of this about this dog who they're kind of getting into an argument with the guy who owns the property across the street, because there's all these stray animals under one of the houses or the rubble of the house or something, and he wants to tear them all down. They don't really seem to want to get the animals out, but they don't want them to tear them down. It's like, well, I mean, if you say there's animals there, we'll get them out or something, I don't know. But so they're basically having this fight back and forth. So the guy kind of reports that their dog is dangerous, and they have to put the dog at somebody else's house until they can move to a different area. And it's like, I can't remember how far away it was. It was like 400 miles or something. And then the dog decides to find its way back home. It's definitely a fun movie, a sad movie. And very similar to other movies like this, where you can hear the animals talking and stuff. But definitely worth checking out, guys. From Warner Brothers, I got The Mule. This was the Clint Eastwood movie where he becomes a drug mule. And it's kind of like no one suspects him because he's like an old Caucasian guy, and not the kind of person you would typically think would be a drug mule. And he kind of gets in way over his head. Like he's just trying to make a little bit of money to help out his family because he's poor, and he's kind of not really been there for them. And so he's trying to help them out. And then he just keeps getting deeper and deeper into it. This was an excellent movie, guys. I loved it. I did post an unboxing and review of that. Be sure to check out this movie for sure. Also from Warner Brothers, I got Justice League versus the Fatal Five. Now this one was a little strange. You have these kind of time-traveling Fatal Five guys who need to look for this Green Lantern person, because they want to go try to free their other comrades or something. And you know, it was an okay movie, but I didn't really find it as good of a lot of the other DC animated movies. That's just me personally, but I did post an unboxing and review of this one. Last thing from Warner Brothers was Shameless, the complete 9th season. I did post an unboxing and review of this one. This is Emmy Rossum's last season. So they kind of set up her storyline where she kind of spins out of control. I'm not going to tell you what happens to her, but I definitely started getting this feeling like something really bad was going to happen. I love this season, guys. It was a lot of fun. I've only seen seasons 8 and 9 now, but both good seasons. This one was great. I highly enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it. To me, the last episode was a bit disappointing and it had that really cheesy last scene, but other than that, great season. And then from Gravitas Ventures, I got Digital Lives Matter. This is about this guy who has like 3 million Instagram followers. And so I did post an unboxing and review of this one, but he wakes up and he's got this kind of like a TV, or he's got a movie audition, I think it is. And he has to have 1 million followers, and somebody has hacked his account and he lost all his followers. And basically this person sends him on this kind of like scavenger hunt where he has to go meet all these different followers and like hang out for their birthday or take a selfie with them, or, you know, do all this stuff. And every time he does, he gets more followers back. This is an okay movie, guys. I definitely liked it. Be sure to check out my review though. Okay, now for my purchases in no particular order whatsoever. I got Holmes and Watson on Blu-ray. Haven't watched it. Did post an unboxing of this. It's supposed to be terrible. Hopefully I can check it out at some point. I also got Welcome to Marwen. I did post an unboxing of this one. I've gotten kind of mixed reviews from it, but it has Steve Carell and it looked interesting, so I definitely like to check it out. I picked up both Captain America Civil War and Captain America the Winter Soldier on 4K Steelbook. These are great Steelbooks. I don't know if they're still available or not, but they're definitely worth picking up. And I did post unboxings of both of these. Next up, I got the Alien 40th Anniversary 4K Steelbook from Best Buy, and I did post an unboxing of that one. I picked up this one, The Fear Footage. This one is available at thefearfootage.com. I did post an unboxing and review of this one. And guys, I love this movie. It was so cool. You know, it's a found footage movie. It's a low budget. It doesn't have a lot going on for it. But the way they did it, it just worked for me. I thought it was really cool. I jumped a few times in this one. It's kind of scary. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in this one. It's about this house that like supposedly was torn down, and then on this night it appears, and this cop goes to investigate, and he finds these tapes and he watches them. And just this crazy stuff happens, and I feel like it has a really claustrophobic feeling to it. This one's definitely worth checking out. It is available to rent or whatever, or buy. I'm not sure if it's to rent or buy digitally on Amazon as well. I don't believe I've posted a video for this one, but I did. You know, I haven't even posted I unboxed the regular version when it released, and I still haven't posted it. But I did pick up the Target exclusive, the Predator 4K gallery book thing from Target. Pretty cool. But I haven't posted that. I picked up the Glass Blu-ray Steelbook from Target. I love this movie, love the Steelbook. Definitely a great look to this. I did post a review of this when I saw it in theaters, and I did post an unboxing of this Steelbook. I was a little disappointed in the ending, but I think it's a great movie, guys. I believe this was from Amazon. I picked up Gold. I haven't posted anything on this one, and I haven't seen it yet. Same with The Big Sick. I believe this one was from Amazon. I haven't posted anything on that one. Superman Shazam, The Return of Black Adam. Picked that one up on Amazon. Haven't posted anything on that one. I can't remember if I got this one on Best Buy or Amazon, The Girl in the Spider's Web. I did post an unboxing of this, but I've never seen any of these movies. But it was a pretty good deal, and I want to check it out, so I picked it up. Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu. I believe I got this one on Amazon. This is supposed to be the sequel to the original I Spit on Your Grave. It stars Jamie Bernadette. I haven't watched this one yet. Mercenaries, got this one on Amazon. Haven't watched it. All Eyes on Me, haven't watched it. The Man Who Killed Hitler, and then The Bigfoot. This was this really cool movie about this guy who goes into the army and he ends up killing Hitler, and then later in his life he's asked to kill Bigfoot. And it's more about kind of like his regret and his feelings than it is really about the actual acts. Stars Sam Elliott. Great movie. I did review this one twice already, and I did post an unboxing of this one. Definitely check this one out, guys. I just say don't let the title discourage you from watching this. It is a really good movie. That said, in my comments, there was a mixture of love and hate for this movie. I did also pick up Bumblebee, the 4K Steelbook from Best Buy. I did post an unboxing of that. And the very last thing I got was Black Site from Epic Pictures. I did post a review of this one and then an unboxing of this Blu-ray. To me, this movie, it was okay. It was a little bit disappointing to me. I felt like they just really didn't tell enough of the story. They didn't give enough backstory. They left me just questioning so many things about this. It's about these gods that were banished from Earth, and then they come back, and then they got to be banished again. And there's this facility where they do it called the Black Site, and to me, it didn't have enough to it. But that is my entire pickups for the month. Love to hear what you guys thought of any of these movies if you saw them, or love to hear what you guys picked up. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's pretty long, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the suggested videos. Check out my website, BOBSMOVIEREVIEW.com. And I'll see you guys next time.